Message of a new discovery drew us to an unknown planet called Earth.
Note the orientation of the parts and attach the inner rim, 89C, to the outer rim, 89B, fixing the two parts together with 4 IP screws. Fit the rim from step 1 into the inside of the tire, 89D. Insert one end and stretch the tire to fit over the rim on one side first. If necessary, use a blunt object, such as a spoon, to press the tire into the rim, prying it from the inside, being careful not to scratch the rim. Fit the hubcap, 89E, to the outer side of the rim by inserting the 4 pins into the holes of 89B. Fit the cover, 89A, over the tire, with the metal end pieces on the outer side. The posts under the 5 spurs on the cover fit into the 5 grooves of the tire, 89D, but you should try not to force the cover over the tire. Insert the nut 90I, positioned as shown, in the recess indicated inside 90B. Close up the assembly with the hinge plate, 90D, as a cover, and secure the hole with 2 Nm screws. In the holes on either side of the upper knee frame, 98, place 2 small friction discs, 90L, with the grooves facing outward. Holding them in position, press the end of 90A into the recess in frame 90B, as shown. Take the hexagonal screw 90G thread on a spring washer 90J, and a washer 90H, and secure the assembly by tightening the hex screw with wrench 130. Place the side protection plate 90C on the bottom post of the knee joint 90E and push the pin 90N through both. If you use a tool to push the pin in, be sure not to scratch or damage the part. Insert the back plate joint 90mm onto the pin on the inside face of the shield plate 90F, and fix it in position with an MP screw and spring washer 90J. Then, place that assembly onto the lower pin of the leg frame, and secure the joint with an HM screw and spring washer 90J. Insert the left knee shaft 91J into the hole of the assembly from issue 90. Step 3. Rotate it until it goes all the way in. On the opposite side, thread a disc 90K with the ridges facing out. In the lower hole of the leg structure from issue 90, step 4. Place another 90K disc with the ridges facing out, and connect the first assembly there by inserting the shaft 91J. In the top recess of the assembly from issue 90, step 2, place a disc 90K with the ridges facing outward. Then, in the leg frame from step 1, insert another 90K disc onto the shaft 91J also with the ridges outward. Join both assemblies by inserting shaft 91J into the hole at the top of the issue 90 assembly. On the opposite side, fix the parts together with 2 NM screws, the ones provided with issue 90, as shown. Place the inner knee protection ring 91B as shown, it only fits in one position. On the opposite side, place a lock washer 91M and a plain washer 91N on the bolt 91K and tighten the bolt into ring 91B using the wrench 130. The bolt is the axis of the knee joint and must be tightened securely. Snap the knee protection blade 91F into the hole indicated in the picture. The pin has a tab and will only fit with the blade aligned on the perimeter of the ring 91B. Place 2 discs 91O with the grooves facing outward, into the grooves for this purpose on both sides of the lower end of the leg frame. Holding the discs in position, slide in part 91E to cover the discs and match their holes. Fix the piece in place with an NP screw. Snap the cylinder cap 91C onto the open face of the rear leg cylinder 91A. Then, Insert the thin end of cylinder connector 91I into the hinge of 91C and secure it with pin 91L, inserting the smooth end of the pin. If using a tool to push in the pin, protect the parts from getting marked. Next, locate plate 90F marked in pink on the leg structure, and rotate it forward to allow the cylinder to be positioned. Fit connector 91I onto the side pin, check the picture to make sure it is correct, and secure 91I with an HM screw and a washer 91M. Return plate 90F to its original position. Snap together the outer ring support plates A and B, 91G and 91H, and push protection ring 91D onto 91G. Then, press fit the two outer ring end caps 91P onto each side of 91H. They will only fit in one position, noting the orientation. Take the complete assembly and fix it to the leg in the indicated position. The two pins on 91H will fit in the two holes in the leg, as shown. Note the orientation of the parts and attach the inner rim 92C to the outer rim 92B, fixing the two parts together with 4 IP screws. Fit the rim from step 1 into the inside of the tire 92D. Insert one end and stretch the tire to fit over the rim on one side first. If necessary, use a blunt object, such as a spoon, to press the tire into the rim, prying it from the inside, being careful not to scratch the rim. Fit the hubcap 92E to the outer side of the rim by inserting the 4 pins into the holes of 92B. Fit the cover 92A over the tire, with the metal end pieces on the outer side. The posts under the 5 spurs on the cover fit into the 5 grooves of the tire 92D, but you should try not to force the cover over the tire. Insert the upper leg ball joint 93G into the inside of the frame 93F. The orientation does not matter, and fix it in position with 2 MP screws. Note the orientation and fit the arm 93C into the lower notch and secure it with a QP screw, which must pass through 93F. Retrieve the left leg assembly and locate the pin on the outer side shown in the picture. Thread a washer 93I onto an HM screw and fasten the part securely in the orientation shown. Fit the lower plate 93E into the 3 side pins indicated. Position it carefully and press it into place. Fit the end cap 93H into the recess of front plate 93A. Then insert secondary thigh plate 93B into 93A, and fix the parts together from inside with an MP screw. Rotate the secondary thigh plate 93B out of the way and add the main plate 93A to the thigh assembly on the front of the leg on the 2 front pins indicated. Push the parts into place with a little pressure. Snap the lower front thigh detail 93D into the 3 free pins at the front of the assembly. Retrieve the wheel from issue 89 and fit it into the upper ball joint on the side of the assembly. Then, place the wheel from issue 92 on the lower ball joint. It can be rotated or tilted as desired.